Hello. In our last class, we learned that a real number, be it rational or an irrational, has a decimal expansion or an irrational. We will try to represent them on the number line. Suppose we want to locate 3.765 on the number line. We know that 3.765 lies between 3 and 4. So, we will magnify the portion between 3 and 4 on the number line, which will give us 3, 4 and 10 divisions: 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8 and 3.9. Now, 3.765 lies between 3.7 and 3.8. So, we will again magnify the portion between 3.7 and 3.8, which will give us 3.7 and 3.8 on the extremes, and the portion between them will be divided into 10 equal parts, which will be 3.71, 3.72, 3.73, 3.74, 3.75 and so on up to 3.79. Now, again, 3.765 lies between 3.76 and 3.77. So, we will again magnify the portion between these 2 points, with these being at the extremes here and here, and the portion between them will be divided into 10 parts: 3.761, 3.762, 3.763, 3.764, 3.765 and so on. So, 3.765 will be located at point Q on the number line. This process is known as successive magnification method. By this process, it is possible to determine the position of a terminating type rational number. Let us now try to position a non-terminating recurring type decimal number. Locate 4.26 whole bar on the number line. We know that 4.26 whole bar is equal to 4.26, 26, 26 and so on. Once again, we know that 4.26 bar lies between 4 and 5. So, we start by magnifying the portion between 4 and 5. We will get points from 4.1 to 4.9. Here, 4 and 5 at the extremes, and the portion between them is divided as 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 and so on up to 4.9. Now, we know that 4.26 bar lies between 4.2 and 4.3. So, we will again divide the portion between 4.2 and 4.3 into 10 equal parts, which will give us 4.2 and 4.3 at the extremes, and the portion between them will be divided as 4.21, 4.22, 4.23, 4.24, 4.25 and so on up to 4.29. Now, we know that 4.26 whole bar lies between 4.26 and 4.27. So, we will divide it into 10 equal parts, which will give us 4.26 and 4.27 at the extremes, and the portion between them will be divided as 4.261, 4.262, 4.263 and so on up to 4.269. Now, we know that 4.26 bar lies between 4.262 and 4.263. So, to visualize 4.26 whole bar more accurately, we will divide the portion between 4.262 and 4.263 into 10 equal parts, with 4.262 and 4.263 lying at its extremes, and the portion between them will be divided as 4.2621, 4.2622, 4.2623, 4.2624 and so on up to 4.2629. Here, the sixth part gives us 4.2626, which is the representation, or we can say the approximate representation of 4.26 whole bar on the number line. This brings us to the end of our today's class. We'll continue from here in our next lecture. Until then, keep here in our next lecture.